Okay guys, I wanted to take you on a drive-through in a 55 and older community, a mobile home lot community in Hobe Sound, Florida, Southeast Florida. Very nicely maintained, and with these mobile homes you own the lot, you own the land, and that's a positive. Also, they do allow you to park motorhomes or RVs on your lot. You have to have a mobile home, but you can, like this person here has their motorhome parked in the driveway. But I want to say, out of all the different mobile home communities that I've been touring and making videos of, this is probably one of the nicer maintained ones. It's called Cambridge Community. And again, 55 and older, what you find with the 55 and older communities is they are quieter, peaceful, more well-maintained, because you have people that are towards the end of their life that have worked all their life. They want a quality of life towards the end, and their community has a lot of value. So there is, they're not in the rush of life, and they're not, in the beginning or the middle stages. They're towards the end stage where they've worked all their life. Now they want to relax. Now they want to enjoy themselves, and they want a nice community. And they want things cheap so that they can either live off Social Security or off Social Security and a supplemental income. So the cheapest mobile home and mobile home lot for sale right now is $79,000 in this community. And the property taxes are only a little over $400 a year. So, again, with those 55 and older communities, the price to entry is lower because there is a less pool of buyers. So that kind of pushes the price down. That's something to think about with resale value. But also, because the property values are kind of like, they don't appreciate as much, also the property taxes and the maintenance and the quality of life is better, because costs remain relatively low so that people can live off their Social Security and enjoy their community. So, again, whether or not you want to buy a mobile home, that's up to you. But in Florida, they are somewhat standard. And when you own the land, it has value beyond just the mobile home, which goes down in value overall. You have the land, which tends to appreciate. Now, with regards to an HOA, there isn't any information that I saw listed online, because I was looking at the one here listed for $79,000. But at least you'll get a tour and a perspective, because I'm giving you the lowest price unit, which is $79,000 in this community. The property taxes, again, are around $400 a year. And here's another one. The sign to the left, I'll show you in a minute, is the one for sale at $79,000. This one across the street, I'm not sure what it's for sale, but this is a very nicely well-maintained one here. And it backs up to like a little preserve. So you get perspective on the quality of the community. Okay, and these mobile homes are a little bit higher end for a mobile home. You own the land. You're in a safe community where you can go for your walks and you can relax and enjoy, your life. So, that's what you want to do, when you're at the latter stage of life. You want to enjoy yourself with low cost and a safe community. And I'll show you here. Here is the one listed for $79,000. This unit right here on the corner, it's a corner lot unit, and again, all the property is yours. The mobile home itself is kind of old, but the land is yours. And I'm a little bit in the middle of the street here, but I just mainly, like I say, this is to give you somewhat perspective on the community. Cambridge, Hobe Sound is just north of Jupiter, Florida, just south of Stuart, Florida. I would say Hobe Sound, if you like the area, there's a lot of mobile home communities in this area that you own the land, that have little or no HOA fees, and the property taxes are low, and there's plenty of resources, shops, supermarkets, etc., very close by, because most of Hobe Sound is right off Route 1. So it's just another perspective, right, on your journey in life, So once you hit, once you get close to 60, you basically have 25% of your life left, because the average life expectancy is 80. So every 20 years, the human kind of eats away at 25% of their lifespan. So when you get to 55, you're pretty much at 60s. And when you're at the age of 60, you are at the last 25% of your life. And so at that point, your main goals are to be able to live off a fixed income financially, to live in a relatively good area that has a quality of life, and to spend your golden years in a peaceful area that has the support system, whether other elderly people, whether hospitals that are somewhat close by, so you kind of all look after each other. So while 55 is not old, it is almost at retirement age, or retirement age. For some people, they retire at 55 or even younger. And yeah, you're basically on the verge of being a senior citizen. So, because I think a senior citizen in America, I think they're classified at the age of 62. And that'll vary depending. But this here is the clubhouse. Again, this community is called Cambridge. This is the clubhouse here. I'm not sure of all the amenities, but I believe, most of these have social, in the clubhouse, they have social things, like card games, bingo, and those type of activities. With COVID, those things were kind of restricted a little bit, but now that the vaccines are rolling out, more and more things have become open up. And Florida was definitely one of the first states to open, and even though there are still restrictions in place. But you see they have like a shuffleboard and things, which usually those shuffleboard things, not so many people use them. I guess that was kind of a hobby of the past. But what I would share with you in this video are those thoughts. The thought of, once you get to 55, there are more housing options that become available to you, these 55 and older communities, that you can enter in at a lower price point. Because when you are buying in these communities, the most of the mindset is you're not buying to sell in the future. Like when you buy a house at 25 or 45, there's a thought that I'm buying this kind of like almost for an investment in addition to living. And then when I get to my 60s or so, I'm going to find a retirement home. When you buy a home at the age of 55 and older, you're pretty much saying, odds are this is where you're going to die. And so the whole purpose of buying a house here is not saying, oh, I hope this appreciates, 200% in 10 years. No, your hope is that I hope the cost associated with my housing remain low, so that I can live off Social Security and or a supplemental income, afford to live independently as long as my health maintains itself, and that the community is safe and I feel comfortable because I'm elderly. And that's the mindset of a 55 and older community. And right outside the community is a Dollar Tree, which you could walk to or drive your car to, or your golf cart to, right? So that is part of that retirement 55 and older community, where everything is on a fixed budget. This is a beautiful Dollar General. Everything's on a fixed budget. You want to live cheap, you want to shop cheap, you don't want to commute long. So this Dollar General right outside the community is like an amenity that, is just a plus, right? So this has a lot of value for a certain demographic of people, and that is the appeal. So, that's something to consider too. Like if you're renting and you're in your 40s and close to 50, you may want to wait till you're 55 so that you have a lot more options open to you with regards to housing, if you want to live in a 55 and older community. The one downside of a 55 and older community is if you like the energy of young people, if you like to see kids playing, if that, there is something to that, then, there's some people that may not like that 55 and older feel. But if you like it quiet, peaceful, with low cost, then it may appeal to you. So I hope my videos help. If you want to support the channel, click the blue join button. And I thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace.